The event today was a showcase of the power of the Outra data. The big data sets that we gather, the machine learning, the artificial intelligence we use to actually make predictions about the housing market, demand, supply and affordability.
Welcome, thank you so much for coming along today for what looks to be a really brilliant evening of insights on the property market, on current trends and on their implications.
What do we have? 2,500 fields of household data on 30 million homes. Outra is a data science business. We have a team of 40 data engineers, data scientists, and we build also marketing campaigns. We produce predictions. One of the other things we do is to talk about human beings, but essentially humans make it all work, and we investigate what humans do. We train AI models and we talk about every single aspect of the real estate marketplace. We have a deep understanding of real estate, we have a deep understanding of people who live in it. Once we put those two together, we end up with the opportunity, and we take this data down to an individual housing level. Is this house going to list? Is this house going to move in the future? And indeed, if they are going to list, when are they going to do it? After that, what are they going to buy? We've built a segmentation model that effectively gives us the opportunity to chop up in 38 different segments the entire UK housing market. Every single person in the UK fits into one of these clusters. And with that data, we then identify down at a household level what that household looks like, what they earn, what the property type is, how old they are, and importantly, what their income is. And with that, we then can put these into the segments, which mean we can then identify people in the marketplace and how they might perform in the context of what they can afford. So when we calculate the performance of the housing market, we can identify exactly how the marketplace is going to work.
Thank you so much, Giles. That was a real whistle-stop tour. Who are the market's key drivers and what does that have in store for the market in 2024?
The money is in the south. However, the ability to move home over here in the south is less than it would be in the north. We're predicting that effectively marketplaces in the north are going to perform better than marketplaces in the south. So if you add all of those up, these are the people that we think will buy a home in 2024. So we actually identify which house we think is going to move and which house we think is going to buy.
The great thing about any house builder, and being one for over 35 years, is, as Giles said, trying to identify where that demand is for your product range and delivering and building the right properties in the right places. Data-driven decisions, trying to inform better information into better commercial decisions, minimising risk to deliver better returns.
When you're making good decisions, you save a lot of money in marketing because you're not targeting people that don't need to be targeted. So I think that's the superpower that Outra has.
There is an opportunity in the current market for institutions to take advantage of what's happened over the last sort of 12, 24 months. And I think when things have completely rebalanced, I think you'll see an inflow of new institutional money into UK residential.
Supply is very short and demand outstrips supply at all levels of the housing market, and that's why there is continued institutional interest in the UK's housing market. Obviously things have changed and the yields have started to come down now, and they're forecasted to continue to come down, and hopefully we'll see them coming down below the 4s.
What you see on the screen here is a summary of the unmet need for social housing in the UK. And borough by borough, we've calculated what we think it's going to be, and we've calculated then against that number what it would cost to fix the problem.
I think the affordability issues must start to bite soon. Once you go over, let's say, 35% of people's income being spent keeping a roof over their head, there just comes a point where it's intolerable for them. They just can't live a comfortable life. So I think we're at that point now. So I think, and dare I say it, that's where Outra's perhaps really granular data at a local level can help those sort of investors in the space.
Thank you so much, Giles, Outra, and the amazing panelists.
My business is predicated on a growing, burgeoning supply side market, and so to understand the foundational elements of why that looks good and why it looks bad is very fundamental for me doing my own business planning. And that's something I got from today, I think, understanding what demand needs to be provided for and therefore what you should actually be building.